What's good, y'all? We're back with another reaction video today. Today we are watching a video from Made to Express. I watched one of his videos probably a few months ago when I watched Soul, and he did a video about Pixar's Soul, but it's different. Let me see. I'm gonna show you his channel. It gives me vibes of like Nerd-stalgic. If you know who Nerd-stalgic is, look him up. Give me those type of vibes, but I will put him in a different category. So it's kind of different. If y'all know any other channels like his, drop it below, because I've seen other channels, I just can't think of it. But definitely that vibe. Yeah, man. I like his videos too. He touches real life topics and serious topics, and he uses you know, shows from our childhood or just cartoons and other stuff to help illustrate and help people, you know, with advice. And I like the concept a lot. I do other videos like this, so you will go to my channel if y'all want to check these out. I will put this in the category called real life topics, so go to the playlist on the channel. You go to the home page. You can do it on mobile too. If you're on mobile, just scroll down, go to the home page of the channel, just scroll down, and it would be right here, real life topics. You go to play all, or this arrow right here. You can click this arrow and some other ones, you know what I mean? So and you know, as much as I like to do the entertainment side of YouTube, I feel like, you know, it's also a responsibility to try to help people, you know, with real life stuff, because life is not all about entertainment, you know, it's more to life than that. So just my opinion, my outlook on it. So it is what it is. Yeah, so if y'all want to check those out, go ahead. I watched this video. I watched probably like the first 2 minutes of it, and I did a reaction to about the first 2 minutes, and I realized my mic was muted. So I'm gonna try this again. And I actually picked a random video. I was just going through in the reaction. I was like, you know, let me see which video I feel like is appropriate today. You know, not appropriate, but like, you know, good to watch today, and good to, you know, we could touch on. And if y'all see any other videos on here that y'all would like me to react to, and you know, give my thoughts, comment it below. And yeah, we're gonna do this one here. I started from the top, and yeah, man, like I said, I like his channel. I've only seen one video on here, and which was that Soul video, but I kind of didn't want to watch others because I wanted to save it for reactions, you know. But like I said, I like the I don't know what to call it, but I like his channel. So we're gonna put it there. So it says, disclaimer: this video and all my other videos are not substitutes for medical or counseling advice. Please seek professional help if necessary. Thank you. Here are a few links that can help you: mentalhealth.gov and suicide prevention. Yeah, man, I say you know, mental health is a big thing. You know, in life, you want to become aware of your situation so you can better your situation. You know what I mean? You know, how can you help a homeless man when you have no money yourself? You know what I mean? You don't have $1 to give yourself, so how can you help somebody else? You gotta, you know, it's steps to everything. Take care of you.
Every time I make a video about depression, by the time it's uploaded and people leave their opinions, I realize
I'm gonna try not to pause too much, but if I do, it is what it is. I apologize in advance. If you don't want to see that, then, you know, you're more than welcome to click off the video. And if you're here for it, appreciate you. Give the video a thumbs up. Help me go up in the algorithm. Helps the channel grow. This here, depression is also a mental illness. I don't know what series I'm on. Depression is also a mental illness and doesn't just go away for a lot of people. I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't be able to diagnose anybody. This is my thought process from the outside looking in. You know, you got to take steps. You know, take steps to better your situation. Take steps, because it's gonna take. If you want something to really work out, good things come to those who wait. Good things take long to develop. Easy come, easy goes, you know. So you want to really have a stable mood, a balanced mood, because you have to understand you can't be happy 24/7. That's just part of life. It's impossible to be happy 24/7. Something will happen to irritate you or make you mad or make you sad, you know, depending on your personality, if you cry easy or whatever, you know. That's just life. So you got to understand it and expect it, you know. But just be aware of that, and just take steps, you know. Take little steps, do one thing a day, you know, that you can see I'm progressing. You can look back and look and be like, I did one thing yesterday and I did one thing today, and all of those little things add up. It's just like a house. You lay one brick down, you lay another brick down. You're not really making much progress, but over time you're gonna start wanting to lay more bricks down. You just lay one brick down yesterday, you're gonna lay one brick down the next day. You're gonna lay a brick down the next day. You're gonna lay a brick down the next day. And then one day you're just gonna be like, I should just lay a little bit more down. I'll lay a few more down. And when you might like get back to laying one down, then when you know what I'm saying? It's about building good habits and putting yourself in a position where you feel like you at least in control of your emotions to an extent. Because you can't control everything. Stuff will happen unexpected. You cannot control your emotions. But it's just understanding that and putting yourself in a position to where it'll be good mentally, you know. And I know when you're younger, you can't control everything, you know, because it's all in your parents' hands, or it's just the world, you know. The world is not meant for children to control, so you know it'll feel like it's against you sometimes, but it's not, you know. You got to be patient. Just be patient. Find something productive to do, something that you like to do, and it's a goal to work towards, you know, something positive, you know. But you know, for older people, you know, it's just being aware that, you know, you can change your circumstances now. You know, your parents are not in control of you anymore. You know, you may give them control, you know, due to respect and you know, love, but or you know, whatever situation that you're in, you can make a difference in it. You know, you just have to understand that and understand the same concept. Take some action every day, just little by little, you know. And just try to reflect on the things that make you feel the way you feel, you know, and try to understand, okay, I can do something about this. I can do something. I can go here, or, you know, just think about it. You know, it's just people have different reasons why they're depressed, whether it be relationships or weight or job, or, you know, it's always another option. Quit the job, find another job, keep working there, but when you go home, and that's another thing, you have to build some type of work ethic to in order to get to where you want in life. So even with battling depression or battling anything, life is full of battles, small battles, you know what I'm saying? Every day we're going through little battles. So you have to build some type of work ethic, some type of mental fortitude, you know, to get to a point to where, you know, I'm gonna be good, you know, because it's gonna take time, but, you know, you'll get out of that mindset. You'll be okay. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Just, you gotta work towards it. You have to understand that, you know. Watch videos on it. Watch videos on people's work ethic. That's stuff that I used to love to watching videos on people, Kobe, Floyd Mayweather, LeBron James, just athletes. They set a good example for that, you know, because you can translate that into other areas of life. It doesn't have to just be physical. It could be into creating or doing art or drawing or doing music or you know, in other areas. But you don't always start small, but you have to put 1 foot forward first before you can, you know. That's crazy. It's 9 minutes and I'm only 15 seconds to the video. I apologize. That's crazy. Yeah, let's keep watching.
Realize more and more how sensitive of a topic it really is.
Wow.
I don't say that to offend anybody, but I do know by now that I have to be very careful with the words that I choose when talking about this topic.
Definitely. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I ain't gonna try to, but hey, if you're here for it, you're here for it. I appreciate you. And if you're not, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna keep doing this. But serious topics like this, there's no speeding through this, bro. You have to think about what you say before you say it. So when you have serious topics with your friends or family, choose your words wisely. Take your time when you speak. Don't rush it. And if you don't know, just be like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. You know. Think on it. Because stuff like this is serious. You gotta take your time with it.
I can only speak from personal experience.
Or serious topics in
Though
general.
I am aware that there are more serious cases out there, and that is why I ask for you to take everything I say in this video with a grain of salt, as I am not a therapist. I am just a normal person making this video to help people. With that being said, I want to tell the story of how a depressed 39-year-old man went from rock bottom to becoming a hero who saves his city. The story starts with the iconic Homer Simpson working at his corporate job. As his son, Bart, visits his job thanks to a school field trip, he's not in the best position to be making a good impression. There are already rumors floating around in Bart's class that Homer is an incompetent worker, and when they meet him, he pretty much proves them right after accidentally causing a malfunction in the factory. This causes him to be fired on the spot. Not only is this sad for Homer, but it is embarrassing for his son. Once he returns home, his family help him look for a new job. But it isn't easy when he is constantly putting himself down with his discouraging choice of words.
It's easy to do that. Don't fall into that trap. Don't sulk. It's time to look for what's next. That's what your mindset gotta be. What's next? Once you one door opens, one door closes, another opens. I can't remember who said this quote. I think it was Robert Downey Jr. If it wasn't him, it might have been Jim Rohn. If it wasn't him, I can't remember who said it. But he said, in life, we're either walking towards a problem, in a problem, or getting out of a problem. Or you can replace the word problem with situation. But that's just life, It's a cycle. We here to go through these things. It's inevitable. You know what I mean? It's just part of life. You just accept it, and you keep a positive attitude throughout. Because everything's going good, but something might happen. And stuff might happen less frequently for others than it does for other people, but you still do what you do, and you continue to work on yourself and be a better person, so you can receive that good favor in life to where things go well way longer than when they do go bad. So you might be going towards a problem, but you might be in a good stretch for a while. You might be in a good stretch for a nice while. And then when that problem comes, you had your mindset in the right state that it didn't affect you. And you was in it. And you was in that situation. You handled it well, and then you got out of it. And then you was going towards another one, but that was a nice stretch. You might have another nice stretch. But the thing is, problems and issues and things that irritate you are inevitable in life. It just will happen. But it's on you to better yourself and put yourself in a better position. Whether you need to pray, take a break from certain things, but it's part of life, So don't sit there and get down about it. Don't do that. You're gonna be straight.
I've never done anything worthwhile in my life.
You got another pause. Hey man, you got a house, you got a wife, you got kids, you know what I'm saying? You got a dog, you got a lot of things to be appreciative of. These people are here for you at any time you're down. They're gonna be here for you. You got a roof over your head. It's people outside who don't have that, coming from worse situations. They don't have a toothbrush, they don't have a blanket, they don't have a bed, they don't have a sofa, they don't have a TV, they don't have a phone. They don't have multiple pairs of shoes. If they gotta go out there and beg for what they want and what they need, they can't go ask their parents. You know, they're not in a position to go get a job. You never know anybody's situation. You cannot generalize everybody who are either poor or homeless or down bad, you know, or just living in a messed up situation. You can't. Everybody's situation and story is different. So you have to appreciate every little thing that you have, because you were born into a better situation. You know, that's life. Some people were born into a better. You gotta appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? There's people in real life who were born into some messed up situations, and they can't do nothing about it. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that they were born into that. That's just life. That's what life handed them. You know, somebody might be born, and their parents rich, and somebody born middle class, and somebody born their parents poor, their parents sick, their parents die. They don't know what to do, and they homeless. They don't have the resources nor the knowledge. They weren't taught to go out there and get it. They weren't taught work ethic. They weren't taught about saving. They weren't taught about financial literacy, and they're down bad and they don't know what to do. Now they homeless. They didn't have a good education. You know what I mean? There's so many different types of stories, so many different routes in life. So you have to be appreciative for every little thing that you have. You know what I mean?
I'm a big word like nothing.
Homer fails to realize that jobs don't define one's self-worth. Luckily, his family is very encouraging, using positive affirmations to give him the optimism he needs to pursue whatever is out there.
You've always bounced back.
Yeah, Dad, you can do it.
Yeah, go for it, Dad.
So he looks for a new job.
That's always good to have in life too. You know what I'm saying? Them type of people around you. If you don't have them around you, look up videos on YouTube about other people's stories, you know, success stories and stuff, you know. And you can find something. You watch enough people's stories, you can find something that'll resonate with you, and it'll help you out and give you some type of motivation or some type of push. Because if you don't got the people around you, it's so much out there on the internet that can help you. You know what I mean? You know, seek and you shall find. You know what I mean? I think this is what it is. I think this is how the quote goes. Or ask and you shall receive. I think that's what it is.
But is unable to find anything by the end of the day. He then goes to his quote-unquote friend to grab a drink to feel better about his situation. I say quote-unquote because his friend tells him straight into his face that he believes he will never find another job.
I don't think you're ever going to get another job and be able to pay me back. He could be joking. He could be being sarcastic. He could be serious. And in life sometimes there's people like that, but just at that moment in time when you down, you gonna need to separate yourself. You know, just take a little space from them, because you need to be in a mindset where you can't do this. You know, you need some uplifting, and if you feel like you need to speak to that person, then speak to that person. You know, let them know. You know, and if you know, but you might have to take a little step back, a little room. You know, because you need to be in the right, you know, like I said, you need to be in the right mindset to get to that next step.
At this point, Homer has no money, he is completely broke, and in a major state of depression. His family gives him all the motivation they can, but since he himself doesn't believe in his worth, it doesn't really do anything. He looks for alcohol to cure his pain, but obviously that won't do him any favors. In those moments where we are depressed, we often forget that our unhealthy addictions ultimately make the depression worse. We then try to justify their existence by claiming they serve as temporary ways to ease the pain. But the truth remains that our unhealthy addictions don't ease the pain long term, and they never will. As we continue with the story, Homer becomes so desperate for money.
They only keep you in that trap. They only keep you in that cycle of being down here. Because you do it, you feel bad about it. You say, you do it, you feel bad about it. Say you won't do it again to yourself, and something happens, and then you do it, feel bad about it. Say you won't What I just said. Say you want to do it again. I said you do it. Feel bad about it. Say you're gonna do something different. God man, if y'all heard what I said the first time, just replay it. That's a cycle that just keep happening. And unless you stop doing that, you know, you're not gonna find nothing else to replace it with. It's like you can't pick up something if your hands are full already. You gotta let something go in order to pick up something new, you know. Or you'll be just holding the same stuff forever, you know. That's what it is.
That he breaks his son's piggy bank, immediately feeling a tremendous amount of guilt for doing so.
A few measly cents, not even enough to buy one beer.
He has completely fallen victim to the illusions of society standards.
I need money!
If you are watching this and are currently in a similar situation to Homer, know that your worth isn't
Don't say I need money. Say I need to learn how to manage my money better. I mean, we kind of do need money, but like I said, sometimes we live or spend out our means where we're not really even paying attention to what we buy. We just spend. Yeah, we're not putting ourselves in a good position financially. We put ourselves in a hole, you know. But like I say, a lot of times we weren't taught these things, so it's your responsibility to go learn it, you know.
defined by how much money you make or what kind of job you have. You could have the crappiest job in the world, but still be worthy of great success. It all depends on the story you tell yourself. The story that Homer tells himself and the story that he writes to his family in his final letter to them is that he is an utter failure and everyone would be better off without him. I think you can guess what happens next, but first I want to mention something interesting. In this letter, he writes down a few motivational phrases for his family, despite the fact that he's already given up on life.
Stand tall, have courage, and never give up.
This implies that deep down, Homer knows the right thing to do and the advice he needs to hear. I feel like the same can apply to many of us who are currently struggling with depression. That's why I asked the question.
It'd be funny too, because it's like you kind of know what you need to do. You know the steps that you need to take. But you think so much about all of the bad stuff that you blind yourself with the possibilities of the good because you consistently thinking about the negative. And yeah, you're thinking about the wrong side of things instead of going into it and take action to get to the other side, you know.
To give you advice. That's why I asked the question, if someone were to give you advice, what would you want that person to tell you? Perhaps write it down. Say it out loud to yourself a couple of times.
That's good, yeah.
There is a possibility
That's
that
a good way to word
you already have the answers that you're looking for and might not even realize it.
If someone were to give you advice, say it again, man.
What would you want?
What would you want that person to tell you? Write it down. You know, now be realistic. Don't say it. Don't write down what you would tell yourself in a depressed state of mind. Write down what someone would tell you positively. You know, what should I do? You know, because we sometimes know the answer. Like I said, we just blind ourselves with emotion, and we just sit in that phase, and you know, try to stay there. Yeah.
That person to tell you. Perhaps write it down. Say it out loud to yourself a couple of times. There is a possibility that you already have the answers that you're looking for and might not even realize it. I'm not saying don't seek help, but I do want to mention that it is possible to motivate yourself to never give up. Of course, Homer
it's almost like judging yourself, you know, so you don't become a hypocrite. It's almost impossible not to be a hypocrite sometimes, because sometimes we do slip up. We are human, but it's judging others less and judging yourself more. You know, understand we are human, so people will make mistakes, and understand that you will make mistakes. But you know, it's just being a little bit more hard on yourself than you are on other people. That's all. Not to the point where you depress yourself, but to the point where, you know, you can set expectations for yourself that you feel are achievable, you know, they are attainable, you know, and focus less negatively on others, you know. Understand that that's a person, he gonna mess up, he gonna make mistakes, but I know what I gotta do, you know, and that's that. I'm not gonna blame him, I'm not gonna judge him, because he a person, he gonna make mistakes, but I know I gotta do this, I know I gotta do something different, I know I gotta do blah 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 blah, you know, whatever it be.
With this plan to
just be accountable, you know,
but I just
for
had
yourself.
to ask myself the
I
question,
guess, you know,
why would he still go through with it if he already knows he shouldn't? There is no way I can come up with a definitive answer, but I can say without with this plan to, you know what, but I just had to ask myself the question, why would he still go through with it if he already knows he shouldn't? There is no way I can come up with a definitive answer, but I can say without a doubt that depression is no joke. You see, this type of depression is more serious than being sad all the time, or feeling like the world is too hard to handle, or whatever it is that people simplify depression into. This kind of depression is being done with life entirely. You see no point in continuing the journey. You're not even sad anymore. You're not frustrated. You're not feeling like a victim. You're just done. Done with it all. And when you reach a point like that, it's definitely a challenge to find a reason to continue because you feel like you heard all the advice there is. But I just want you to know, if you are one of those people, that it is possible to overcome even this type of depression. You just have to believe it is.
Anything is possible,
I
man.
know that can feel impossible, but your mind is more powerful than you realize at the moment, and you are more important than you realize at the moment. Homer's family certainly understands.
That's like, think
his
like,
point.
bro, we make decisions. Every decision you make affects somebody else's life. So to make a decision like that, you'll think you making a positive decision in other people's life, but the effect would be so negative, you know what I mean? Like, think about the pain you'll bring to people, you know? But that's just like I said, you are able to make decisions of your situation negatively and positively, but you got to choose the positive ones, you know what I mean? So that's that, man.
And that's why as soon as they find out what his plans are, they go on the hunt to find him. They're so focused on finding him that they fail to notice a truck heading in their direction, but luckily Homer does notice at the last minute and saves them all.
Oh my
His
gosh.
family tell him how much they love him and would have been saddened if he did decide to go through with his intentions.
We love you. Yeah, Dad, we love you.
I find it crazy how we can see that Homer's family has given him so much love and support despite him being jobless. And it takes him all the way up until his darkest moment to become aware of this. This same oversight can apply to real life people who believe that they are not loved by anyone. This is going to be kind of hard for me to explain, but there are various different forms of love that exist in this world. Many times we become so focused on
Let's check
love,
that out.
it's going to be
Love is everywhere, but if our eyes aren't open to see it, we miss out. Who among us hasn't missed out on love because we were looking for it in one package and it came in another? Our problem is rarely a lack of love so much as a mental block to our awareness. Like I said, you gotta be aware to our awareness of his presence. What you need is there. Like I said, you're not aware that you have all of this stuff. You're not aware that you're able to watch something on the phone, you know, even the little things. Even if your situation is bad, there's somebody out there with a worse situation. There's always somebody worse. So you gotta appreciate what you got, and you gotta put yourself in that mindset like, I am loved. You know, it's a positive outlook. I saw a mosquito, but yeah, it's what you perceive life as. You know, what you consistently tell yourself is how you perceive life. So you gotta tell yourself the right things. You gotta look in the right directions, and sometimes you gotta ignore these negative distractions. You know, let things go. Forgive, 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 forgive everybody. 'Cause that's definitely, like I said, you keep holding on to something in your hand, you can't pick up something else new. You can't let go of what was, because you so stuck on it. You have that attachment to it. You have to become detached. And what's next, you can't attach yourself too much to it, but you appreciate it because you know where you came from, and you know where you were. You know you came a long way, and it's gonna take, like I said, so it's always gonna take time, because to build habits, to break habits, to be a better person, you know, for you to learn how to read, it took years. For you to learn how to write, it took years. For you to learn how to walk, it took, well, you know, however long it took. For you to learn how to do something to where it's muscle memory, drive, whatever, it took time. It didn't just happen overnight. So you have to expect stuff like this to take time. Just as long as it took for it to happen to you, you're gonna have to expect the process to be just as long or even longer for you to heal, you know. And you have to look forward to that healing process. Be patient, you know what I'm saying? Embrace it. It's gonna come.
Kind of hard for me to explain, but there are various different forms of love that exist in this world. Many times, we become so focused on one specific type of love, whether that be romantic love, love for money, friendship love, you get the idea. But the reality is that love is all around us, whether we want to realize it or not. If you are someone who has the belief that you are not loved, know that there is someone or something that does love you always. If
God
Homer
loves you,
would have
for sure.
realized this sooner, he would have understood sooner that his family's love for him
however you
is
perceive that,
and will
you are
always
loved.
be more important than how much money he makes. In a strange way, saving his family gives Homer the motivation he needs to continue living life. Feeling pissed off about there not being a stop sign that would have prevented any chance of a tragedy from happening, he finds a purpose, a mission to be that person who actually cares enough to do something about the street signs in the city he lives in. Long story short, Homer goes on to become the hero of his city and gains an incredible amount of respect by the citizens, doing something meaningful for people.
Look how something positive came out of something negative. He was in a negative state, but it motivated him to do something positive to help others, you know. I don't know, it could seem cliche or cringe or corny, but it's actually real. It's actually real. People come from negative situations and they put themselves in a positive situation, in a position to help others, because they know where they've been and they know how it feels to be, you know, to feel down or feel negative, you know, just like somebody putting signs and going to the city and letting them know we need signs or we need a sidewalk in this area. It'll help the people in this area, you know. It's just the person who want to help others, and they don't get a direct, they may not get a direct congratulation or a direct thank you, but they know, you know, that they did that because they want to help others, because they want to help their community, because it's going to help, you know, because at one point in time they needed help, so they just want to make life easier on other people because they understand that life has these hard times. So how about I do something to help other people, you know what I mean? So
People is what helped Homer feel good about himself again. Humans are like an incredible amount of respect by the citizens. Doing something meaningful for people is what helped Homer feel good about himself again. Humans are like that. We like to help one another. That's why when we do so without expecting anything in return, it makes us feel good inside. It can be one of the best ways to cure a depressive.
See, and like I said, he did it without the expectation to get anything back. He did it without expecting a thank you. And you got to do that, man. You can't go into a situation and be like, I'm gonna do this so this person do something for me. You can have that in the back of your head, but you can't expect it. You can never expect anything, you know. You do it because whether this person says thank you or not, I did it just to be a good person, to receive good favor and good karma in life. It'll come back to me. I'm not gonna trip if they say thank you. I'm not gonna trip if say if they're rude. I'm gonna just be like, you know, it is what it is. It's life, because it's life. People gonna be like that. You gonna encounter a lot. You gonna encounter a little, you know. But it's like that.
Date, believe it or not. A lot of times we feel like we're the ones that need the help, so why not be the help for someone else? The help that we wish someone would be for us. But that can only happen if we believe we have something valuable to provide to the world. Now, I could be here all day giving motivation, but at the end of the day, it all starts and ends with you, the viewer. Once you finally realize and step into your own power and capabilities, I can't make you believe in yourself. I can't make you take action to go after your dreams. I can't make you do anything. You have to do that for yourself. The power is not in this video. The power is in you. When you decide enough is enough with living a mediocre life and realize you deserve better and you can create better than what already exists. So I encourage you to be the hero of your own story. In the words of the hero from this story, there is a little Homer Simpson inside all of us.
Sorry that took so long, but hey, man, you was here for it, and like I said, if he wasn't, then he wasn't, you know. But we gonna end it there. Y'all drop a like button, thumbs up, drop a comment. Like I said, if there's any more videos y'all want me to watch on his channel or react to, let me know, man. Let me know. But shout out to Made to Express, and y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and yeah, stay blessed.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Yeah.
Hey, Hall. Man amongst boys, I walk with the Lord. Gotta be careful what you say because your tongue is a sword. Why you speaking what I thinking ain't no